If you haven't been living under a rock, then you've heard of this new show that everyone is talking about, and their mothers and their kids and their grandkids and their grandkids and their grandkids, etc., etc. It's called Squid Game. And now, for the average underground rapper, you might think, this is the show I'll binge? Well, I hope my single does well and ends up with 20 streams and then I end up depressed and lonely with no girlfriend. Wrong. Surprisingly, this show is actually how we're gonna blow up for like this specific moment. So if you're watching this video like during the time it comes out, beautiful. However, if you're watching it later, let's say a month or two later, don't click off. I've actually made it so you can watch this video years later and still apply all the principles that I'll teach you. And if you haven't realized by the thumbnail, we're actually gonna be looking at a character inside Squid Game called Thanos, and he's actually the perfect representation of how we should be promoting our music. And I'm gonna split this video into two parts. Part one is we're gonna look at him, what he does, and see how he's doing it well and what he's not doing well. And part two is how you can do what he does for yourself, and also how you can take shows like Squid Game and use it to actually blow the hell up. So let's get into it. First things first, let's look at Thanos. If you haven't watched this show, I highly recommend you watch it first. I don't know if I'm going to spoil or not, nor do I really care. So if you don't want to get spoiled, just click off, binge watch the show for like 2 days and just click back on. However, if you have watched it, let's take a look at Thanos. So Thanos in the show is a character who is a crackhead. Let's just be honest. Bro is popping pills every second he got. He's also a little cuckoo, right? However, the purple hair, the cuckoo-ness is all part of his brand. Thanos, right? That's obviously not his real name. That's his rapper name. That's why he has purple hair. So in the show, what he does during numerous moments, he just be spitting bars at people. He just be talking about his raps. There was a scene where he was talking to this one girl. He was like, hey, don't worry, I'll make sure you're safe. I'm Thanos. And then starts spitting some bars at her. That's game. No, it's not. However, this is perfect. Why? Because Thanos accurately like synchronizes with his brand. If you don't know what that means, let me explain it to you in a simple way possible. Imagine you are a stick, okay? And in your imagination, you come up with characters. In your imagination, you've come up with a big giant log, right? Now, this is your artist. Your log, even though it may be a lot different from you, has to be authentic to who you are. So that log has stick characteristics. So as a stick, you're shy, you're small, right? All the other sticks laugh at you because you're small, right? And you know, you don't really do much. You stay home, binge video games, and watch TV. This log is powerful and mighty. The females, they fiend for you. Oh my gosh, it's a log, right? However, it has to be authentic. So despite how cool this log is, he's still a little shy. He still stays home, plays video games, and watches TV. And that's the authenticity, right? So that's the thing with your brand. Your brand has to be authentic. Wow. Your brand has to be authentic. And Thanos is a perfect representation of that. His brand is that wild, goofy, outgoing, even if he's about to die, to guns, playing red light, green light, he don't care. That's his brand. And what's wonderful is that's also who he is as a person. So his brand is 100% authentic to who he is. And your brand doesn't have to be 100% authentic. That's perfectly fine. However, the more, the better, because the more authentic you are, the more people can relate to you. Secondly, what he does is, no matter what, this man always gonna find a way to promote himself. Like, they could be playing the racing game where they gotta race and then do the throw the rock, the juggle the balls. I don't know what it's called. I'm not that culture. I apologize. However, he don't care. He's always gonna find a way to promote himself. Why? Because he looks for opportunities. He doesn't wait for opportunities to come to him. Now, if you sit back on your butt waiting all day for a label to message you or a big artist to say, hey, I want a feature, it's just never gonna happen. But if you go message those labels, if you go message those artists, what do you think happens? This luck you think people have, it's not that they have luck. They increase their chances of luck. Luck increases every time you do it. Every time you do something to get what you want. That's your luck. It increases. That's what he does as well. No matter what situation he going through, he gonna message someone. He gonna be like, yo, check out my bars. You know I'm him. My flows, they go to Mars. I count out my diamonds. You know they're going hard. I'm shooting greens like I'm life in scars. I might be Thanos myself. Who knows? However, no matter what, he's going to promote his music no matter where he is, and that's what you need to do as well. No matter where you are, if you're in public, if you're at home, if you're on Instagram, TikTok, find ways to reach out to people, find opportunities. Because the best opportunities are the ones that you find. not the ones that just randomly come to you. That doesn't exist, and if it does, it's really horrible or really rare. It's not usually a good one. So make room for opportunities to come to you by finding them. Lock in. And lastly, we're gonna talk about how to actually use Squid Game to blow yourself up. And I don't know why more people don't do this. Every time I've seen someone actually use this strategy, they've always blown up that song. Maybe not their entire brand, because they usually make a couple mistakes afterwards and then fall down. But if you do this, I guarantee, like, if you actually do this correctly, you're guaranteed to blow up. And I know it's a big, hefty claim. You gotta be quick, and you gotta be good. And sometimes being really bad at this also adds to that. I'll get to that. So basically what you're gonna do is, for example, for Squid Game, you're just going to make a song, just call it Squid Game. Or you're going to make a song based on one of the soundtracks of Squid Game, or something along those lines, or make a Squid Game related song. You're just going to make music and slightly for your brand for like that week or whatever about that show or song. I saw a remix of the popular song on TikTok right now, Headlock.
I don't believe any of that shit. You said too late to start hanging out on the blocks. You know you're better than this.
By Hemogen, I think that's how you say it. That song blew up because it's so bad, right? So that also worked in that guy's favor. So just literally make a song related to Squid Game or related to the trending topic at the moment. Cooking with Kaya. That was a big one. Some guy made a song and people were crazy about it, right? Make a song related to that topic, make it really good, or just make it really bad, one of the two. It works in your favor. Just maybe try not to be in between, right? But if you do this, I guarantee you, like, you'll get traction because it's already a trending topic and you just entered it and now you're trending with it. But once that dies out, your song will also die out. So remember that. This is not long lasting, and this will not long last your brand or your career. What this only does is blow up that one specific song and blow up you for that specific time frame. Afterwards, you have to make good music afterwards that people actually love and make your brand really strong. So if people see that song and they find your brand and it's similar sound, they love that sound and they keep going, because this will maybe give you a head start, but it will not keep you forever going. Like Lil Tecca said, you don't want to blow up too early in your career because the other you're like, your discovery isn't big enough and isn't well enough for people to stay and love you. So remember this. If you do this, you will not blow up forever, but you will blow up for a short amount of time. So use it wisely by making really good songs afterwards and releasing them consistently and actually solidifying your brand. Because if you do all of the steps, I guarantee you, you've just jump-started your music career by like 3 years. All because of a show called Squid Game. Ain't it crazy? And I know, I have to say it, but please, down below, just book a free call with me. I want to talk to you, help you, whatever. I got nothing else for you. Become the antidote to chaos. Truce.